Hello, Alexandre. Hello, Solrey. Thanks for talking with us.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
So we're just coming right off the Valentino Le Noir show. How do you feel? What are you guys' first impressions?
Something very deep and so amazing and so beautiful anyway. But it's a very special show.
I feel it's, of course there's melancholy in every show that Pier Paolo does, but even with the black, there's this bravura that Pier Paolo always shows in his work. La dentelle, the lace, I mean at the end, the gorgeous lines, the delicate detail of the fabric and the making it. It's always stunning, but this one is really, really beautiful. Because to do it on black is very difficult. You can't play with color. You have to be playing with the shadows and the light, and it works very, very well. Yeah.
Just for the purposes of our auditors, could you guys introduce yourselves very quickly?
I am Solrey. I am a musician, violinist and conductor, and I collaborate with Alexandre since a long time. We met Pier Paolo in this kind of really intimate collaboration.
I'm a composer, mostly for cinema. Pier Paolo once contacted me because he liked my music, which was very impressive and moving for me. And since then, we've been collaborating on his shows.
And from a creative standpoint, how is Pier Paolo like as a collaborator?
So sweet.
It's very sweet. No, it's true.
Very generous, never egotic, and he listens very well. What do you want? What do you search? And he's a fantastic collaborator.
He has a very special relationship to music. I mean, it's like if music crystallized his incredible knowledge of art, of history of art. He's passionate about art and the 2,000 years plus of mankind making things, inventing things. And when it comes to music, you feel that there's a crystallization of all these influences that come to life, and that he wants you to be part of it.
So each piece in a collection, as we saw, has a specific role. It's kind of participating into creating a bigger aesthetic experience, kind of like an instrument in an orchestra or notes on a score. I was very curious, how is it to create music from clothes? How is it to create music for fashion specifically?
First of all, it's a chat. It's a chat with Pier Paolo, with the creator, who gives you, some guidance, some little stars that you see shining that can guide your vision. And then it's a matter of sensitivity. For example, to go back to black, the lines that we saw today are very, very strict. There's something obsessive about black color because you have no choice. You have to be in a trance. When there's red, yellow, blue, your eyes and your brain is distracted. When there's black, you have to work. You have to make the job. It doesn't come to you easily. So you have to go look at the lines. You mentioned the transparency. The transparency of the lace is just so incredible. But it's not because it's not just lace. It's all the elements that are sewed into the fabric. And so you think about all that and how it can become textures. Because when, as musicians, we talk about colors, also textures, tone. Ambitus of sound, from the very high to the very low. I don't know if you heard, but there's a very low bass going, very low sub bass, which is also part of the black. Black is very, deep, and as you said before. So see all these elements that can inspire you as a composer or musician.
So, of course, as film composers, you guys are used to working on feature-length pieces. So how did this exercise differ from creating music for an event that doesn't necessarily have a narrative arc, and that's way shorter, I guess, in time?
And funnily enough, I think that you find a narrative in the way Pier Paolo tells you the story of his show, because all these shows, they have a very strong structure, Even I'm sure for him, it's very important to have a line to follow. That is not just throwing clothes like a dress, a jacket. No, he has a very solid structure and state of mind. So it's the same for the composer. He needs to be choosing his battles through the arch, and doing a short form is not easy. You have to be synthetic. You can't just have many ideas. It's got to be very precise. On a long form, in a feature movie, of course, there's more opportunity to go to diverse directions, but still, you need to have the arch and the heart of the story. And here it's the same. The heart of the story is the black, and you always refer to that.
So taking the black kind of as the main narrative standpoint, what was the overall mood that you guys were trying to create? What was the emotion that you wanted people to come away from this show with?
We mentioned already the depth of the color black. But in the black comes the light. So we had to have this darkness, this strong, solid darkness with sparkles of light. Like when you watch a soulage, you see black, but you see lots of lines and the light is
Graphic.
there's something very detailed and at the same time very deep. So the instrumentation, you hear a muted trumpet, like Miles Davis could have used in his days, which gives this very striking sound, some very high piano sounds, which also give sparkle to this dark mood of strings.
But inside the loop.
And there's a loop, a very, there's a bass loop that gives you this unstoppable movement that goes forward.
Yeah.
So I know it's a hard question, but if you had to pick one track or one song that has followed you throughout your life, which one would it be?
Ich Partizat Bach.
Bill Evans' Spartacus Love theme.
And to end this encounter, could you guys name a song that you can't get out of your head at the moment?
Zao de Sagazan. Dis-moi que tu m'aimes.
And I'm listening in repeat and repeat, All Heart by Duke Ellington.
Thank you so much for coming, you guys. It was such a pleasure to talk to you after this show. Thank you,
Merci
Alexandre.
beaucoup.
Thank you, Solrey.
Merci.